Saul. Come on, Saul. I love it. This is little fairy. This is being in the belly of a new timeline. Whenever we are shifting timelines, we shift through different bodies. It's a very interesting concept. I've seen it on the spirit realm. It's connected to the Egyptian Book of Gates. I love that song. That makes us happy. Thank you. We didn't know that the singing of birds filling our ears actually can help us shift timelines. We didn't know that we could telepathically speak to a bird and the bird would respond and help us do amazing and magical things. Did you know? I felt myself shifting a timeline right there. Hello, Roby. How are you today? Are you happy today? You want to play? Well, I just thought maybe you wanted to have a little tickle. You want your face tickled? That make you happy? Yeah. You're my man. You're my man. I'm happy to see you today. You want to go do a reading? We're going to go do a reading. And it's going to be fun. Yo, dude, what's up? So we're going to go do that. My name is Mary Moses. I'm an oracle. I do an ancient art form called scrying. Scrying is creating a telepathic vision, which is like a television on paper. Paper is a tree, and the tree comes to life. We bring the tree of life. We speak to deceased loved ones, ancient spirit guides, and we look at where you are and where you're going. Today we're going to be reading for Alex, and we're going to be doing 2 pieces for Alex. Alex wants to connect with their father, and the second piece is going to be Alex's purpose and divine ascension and timeline. We'll talk about some very deep concepts. It's not for you guys to believe what I believe or what I see. It's more importantly that you guys hear the voice of spirit and grow your spirit to the point where you are not stuck or nailed to a timeline that is not your highest purpose. We get nailed to timelines through belief and thought. So we'll learn about these things. Let's go on the magical door. Knock on the door. Oh, Saw. You're so silly. And here we're going to sit down and talk to Spirit about Alex. And we're going to connect not only with Alex. Hold on, I got to get my charger here. Maximus, go lay down. Mommy's going to do her oracle reading now. You guys can look at this pretty dodecahedron while I'm plugging in something pretty to look at. This particular reading is going to come with a painted canvas that I will mail. And so 2 pieces really to help us understand the blueprint of Alex's entire life. And so, Alex, if you get a symbol that you're in your triquetra, then you will get a triquetra coin. If in your piece you get a symbol that you're an oracle, you get a notebook that it has no lined paper inside for you to do pieces and charcoal. Okay? I will mail those to you. And if you get a stag, this is a stag journal that actually glows in the dark. All right, so the outside of it glows in the dark and the inside has beautiful imagery of stags. And it's just amazing. I love this. So it's just a fun game to play. So let's crack open the egg of our inner child and allow that magic to permeate through the veins of the invisible timelines that are connecting our minds and our hearts today. So I love you so much. Thank you for loving me back. In this ascension and in this awakening, we are spinning around, going through timelines. We don't know all the truth yet. So let's move the thing over here. Let's pick out 2 cards for Alex. 1 and 2. Time, see what becomes of me. Do we know what time is? We shall look and see when we reflect in the looking glass. I think it's the Spirit saying, look, you're about to go through a time when you're going into this reflection time of the looking glass. It's an amazing time to be alive. Mushi wants to give you a kiss. Mwah. We're going to anoint your piece. I have your father's name on here. Let's put your name up here. There we go. Heart, heart. And we're going to anoint your piece. Spirit, thank you so much for showing and revealing to us the blueprint of Alex's now time, yesterday time, and the future time. Let us connect with Alex's father, Ray or Raymond. When I thought of Raymond in my head, I saw a wishbone. And pulling apart a wishbone, like on Thanksgiving Day. And getting a wish. Your wish will come true. Where did Mushi's head go? I just unscrewed her head. Mushi, where 'tis your head? Oh, there, you were sitting on your head. Silly. Here we go. Lala. If I hear a song, it may be from someone you know. It may be from your higher self. It may be one word or one lyric that is just for you. Let's go ahead and get started. Forever young. Forever young. Forever young, forever young. I don't even know the words to that song. Anyway, that's something. I think we are forever young. Sorry, I have my marker. All right, so now we are looking into the looking glass. Sometimes this is easy. Sometimes it's confusing. But the answers are always there. So here's your dad, smiling, happy to see you. Young. A balloon. Happy birthday. An angel holding a child. A saint. A female saint. A cup. Cheers. Talking. He says, listen. There's somebody else there with him. He's not alone. These balloons are timelines. They look like vesica piscuses. The vesica piscuses are literally mirrors, like looking glass mirrors. They are parallel timelines. There's a female that keeps coming forward. There's a helmet. He's talking. Treasure box. Like almost like a military box. It's like a box, a treasure that hasn't been opened yet. $99 balloons. Something about balloons. A cat. There's something about human beings are starting to have the face of a computer inside a box. There's some kind of communication of human beings shifting reality. Here's the church steeple. And there's something about we have to open the box. We have to open the box. There's something about a jinn that affected your dad's mind. There's something about your dad showing me a jinn. Now, when I see the jinn on the spirit realm, what he's showing me is here is his temple. Then this could be something that affected him, or something that he's just describing there is a jinn, and that they affect our genes, and the goal is to get out of the mind of the jinn, open the treasure box to the golden age of Aquarius. I have seen these jinn on the spirit realm. They look like fish. They look like flying mermaids, but they're black. They're called the smokeless vapor. And he's just letting you know that that first of all, he's alive. He's young. And then there's this merry-go-round. When I see a merry-go-round, this is the carnival. The carnival has always been celebrated on 11/11. November 11th, predating medieval times, the carnival has always been celebrated. And so we were put in a prison from the jinn. And he is saying there's something about our minds being affected, and that reality is made up of mind, and we have to see there's a fish flying up over your head. This comes from Asia, really. These Asians with the fish on the head, it's good luck. It's very good. And there's a rainbow that goes up. And I believe this is a symbol saying, look, I went from the age of Pisces over the rainbow bridge. Like the cup is saying, like, score, like, cheers. And I went to a higher realm. There's a warning about our minds being put under mind control through technology here. Because this should be open up into a cross. The cross takes us out of a box. Mind control. And the jinn with the heart upside down is saying that this place that we live in is like a prison, and that you can shift timelines if we can get out of the mind and the deception of the jinn, which is in our genes. So there's some kind of communication to you from him that in this lower realm we're focused on right here. There's a lot of things that we didn't understand. Old contracts that we were signing with our actions, our thoughts, and our words, and all of that. So, but he's there with somebody else, and he's in a parallel time, and he's with angels. There's this beautiful angel here, and she's beautiful, and she holds a water at a well. Like she's seated at a well, and there's people there. Oh, it's not a woman, it's a man. And it's your dad. He is your guardian angel in a way. It's strange. He's showing eternal life, forever young. An upside down house. Oh, this is talking about the upside down world. An upside down house and a right side up house. Okay, upside down world. So there's a letter T here. And a dog. You did have a cat over here. And there is a snake going at this carousel with another jinn on the carousel. I'll explain what the jinn is, who they are, and how to get them out of your life. Not meaning that they're in your life. It's almost as if your dad is saying something about, he's wearing like a military helmet, Hell and Met. It's protecting our heads. There's a lot of communication of our heads needing to be protected from things. But anyway, happiness. Definitely some happiness going on here. All right. And love. And something that is wanting to be said. So here he is talking. It's a bridge. He keeps showing a bridge, like a rainbow bridge. Let him talk to you with words. So, Raymond, could you please bring forward, I see a lot of symbolisms coming forward, a lot of jinns, a lot of you saying to listen to something that you're saying. And I see all these, and you're doing, this is a great job. I'm seeing a lot. All right. Houses, shifting houses our mind is a house. And like Dorothy, our mind goes into a tornado that looks like this. And we shift realities like a house. We shift houses like Pisces and Aquarius and all these houses and churches even, I see. There are many different things. So bring forward some words for Alex. Thank you. He says, wow. WOW. You, us, you and us make peace hem, huge, angel, home, safe. You are safe. I'm sure. Um, so, um, let's move up here because I'm going to let him continue to talk to you in a second. I think that there's something that needs to be seen here. Um, yeah. This is some crown made out of ice. There is a very large God energy here. Yeah, you have the ability, you have male and female energy. There's a rainbow above your head. You are like Iris. So this is Oz. That's Iris. That's Osiris. That's where the phallus of the steeple of the church is coming in. So your dad was under the power of the jinn in this lower world, which many of us were. And then we ascended, which you did. You have the ability to do what I do. You have lightning energy, and this is Oz, Iris, so Osiris. Now, you have the ability to tap into the heart of a god and speak as in prophecy or something on paper. So here, this god of lightning, I don't know if it's Zeus, is holding lightning, and the lightning is on paper, and you're touching the paper, touching their heart with the rainbow and the steeple. So you have the ability to help people who are in Oz find their way to Iris through the rainbow bridge, which is the bridge of your arm. Now, your dad was also a bridge. He forsook some of this power because of the jinn. The jinn was in his temple. The temple is your body. The temple is not a church. The temple is your body. So the heart is on his temple. There are many things that the dad is saying to you. Basically, we forever young, we live forever. You're not alone. Hello, I'm happy to see you. Good luck to you. Don't forsake your holy grail. You are a treasure. Don't allow your mind to be taken over by technology. This is where I saw you walking into a church and you were just fixated like under hypnosis. And I wanted to play with you and you were like, okay, but I can't focus. Like I can't focus. And I said, let's play marbles. And it wasn't like in something strange. You were like focused so intently during the day, but at night, when the marbles glowed in the dark in our meditation, this is when you were able to pay attention to me. So there's something about you tapping into your ability to play and have the heart of a child at night, and using some kind of tapping into the invisible gods. So I will, obviously this may be Zeus, but let me, and Zeus has many names, obviously. But let's go ahead. You have more than your dad on the spirit realm. There are 2 other people and they have, I don't know why they're holding, I keep seeing a ram, I see a cat, and then I keep seeing this fish, and they're just talking about the age of Pisces. I really believe that they're talking about this shift. We're going through a major shift. You're going through a marriage. All right, so male and female. This is why you look both male and female. All right, so here we go. So here is a divine marriage. This comes along with the church. So the divine marriage isn't what people think it is. The divine marriage is learning how to use our minds to give and then learning how to use our minds to receive. All right. Male and female. How to transmute other people's jerk energy so we don't become a jerk, because we share consciousness. So when we dip our mind back down here, we may get a virus from someone. We could start thinking jerk thoughts because we connected to someone who's a jerk, right? The divine marriage is about how to think appropriately and how to give our energy to the appropriate place, how to know how to stand in 0 point energy, how to give and how to receive, how to give appropriately, seeking first the kingdom of God and not seeking down here. And then once you do give your power away, how do you get your power back so that you're not depleted and fall down into the lower realm? This is the divine marriage. It's becoming half flesh, half spirit, half heart, half mind, logic and emotion, male and female. So there's a lot of information here. You have this symbol. It goes up and then it goes like a V. And it's like a compass, but it's only half. And then this marriage, it says, I thought it said Free or Freya. And then it said, it says Freya. So you're now in the body of Freya. So there's this this witch with a witch's hat, but it's more like a compass over the head like this. Oh, it's okay. It's a man on a cross, but it goes like this. All right, the body of the cross like this. There's somebody or something in your life that is possibly keeping you nailed to someone else's timeline that isn't your timeline. I'll explain this in a minute. So when I see a scarecrow on a cross that's blocking your divine marriage, just know that you're going through the divine marriage, and it is you have the number 1 here, and then you have 1, 2 here. You have the letter M. It says LA, and then laugh, learn. There's a lot of LA, so it goes LA, laugh, LA, and then LEA, learn, lead. There's something that Ray is wanting to say that is and it's all about a clock tower and time and these towers. This is Osiris. This is many things about these houses, and he's talking, and hold on a second. Oh, I see. This is you. Your dad is speaking in your ear at night or on some place. You came here to be trained to be a Jedi. I don't know if you know this, but Toth, it was called a Jedi. The Greeks took the name the Jinn and the Jedi. They took the name Jedi and changed his name to Toth, and it's not Toth, it's Jedi. And to become a Jedi is somebody who becomes a master of Osiris, the steeple. But there's a couple of warnings for you about the scarecrow and technology. Believing something that the world believes nails you to a cross of their world and their timeline, because the entire world is made up of belief. So if you want to go to the divine marriage appropriately and easily, we have to not allow the scarecrow to tell us things. The scarecrow is nailed to the cross because the scarecrow doesn't know which way to go. Should I go this way? Should I go that way? Well, all I know is what I was told. We don't know who we truly are. And so there are a lot of scarecrows in the world, and they want you to believe what they believe, and then it nails you to the cross of their timeline, and you can't shift to your timeline, which is the voice of your higher self. So you're absolutely like an oracle. You should be card reading. You should be, but there's something about you having the ability to reach through time to touch the heart of gods. Now, what I know about gods is like this. Osiris is Oz-Iris. Jesus is Yah-Shua. Yah is moon, Shua is sun. Solomon is Sol, Sun, Oman, Moon. So if you're touching the heart of a God, you're touching another timeline. You have the ability to bounce your mind, you could use your mind like a rainbow bridge to go from your world to the world of another God through belief and thought, if you can close your eyes to the jerks trying to take you away from your divine power and marriage. So let me explain what it looks like geometrically. You were born and you realized you have a physical body. So the awareness that you have a physical body is the number 10. You have a body, but you have no awareness, zero awareness that you have the ability to double yourself. There is a visible world and an invisible world. And on the invisible level, we go through a rebirth. Shamans call it being twice born. Christians call it being born again. It happens naturally, usually when we're about 12 years old. So you have been reborn because I can see that you shifted from a lower realm. And usually when we shift from the lower realm to the higher realm, it actually looks like this, where you're in this world. The god of the moon was named Sin. We were born in sin. And we're in the moon. And it's darkness. We go from darkness to light. We go over a wall. Once you're over the wall, you're in the boat. This is the Egyptian Book of Gates, or it's the Ark. Once you're in the Ark and you're ready to get out of the Vesica Piscis, you go over the rainbow. Here's the rainbow to Iris. Okay, so it's like Oz, Iris. Fly over the 7 colors of the rainbow like a pretty little bluebird. But right now you're being twice born. So this means you're in the boat. While you're in the boat, it's the eye of the needle. So there are many things that happen in the boat. Many awakenings for you. Some people call it the teardrop. Atum was a god who created human beings out of tears of joy. So the tear is the baptism of water. It reflects Pisces. The Vesica Piscis up is the baptism of fire. It's something that happens and ignites your DNA. It's the age of Pisces. It is the eye of the needle. It is the Holy Grail. It is the belly of the whale. We fight God. Flesh fights spirit. It's a battle, flesh and spirit. It is also the boat. It's the ark. And so this symbol will play out all throughout your life until we fly over it, like 7 colors of the rainbow. So baptism of water, baptism of fire, age of Pisces, eye of the needle, Holy Grail, belly of the whale, the ark. You can only enter the ark 2 by 2. When you enter the ark, you have entered into the Egyptian Book of Gates. It actually looks like a rectangle like this. Call it Hotel California. Once you enter the ark, you will be given a spirit guide that comes in the form of an animal, like a holy dove or a bird or something like that. It looks like your spirit animal currently, and I'm not sure about this, may be a dog. I don't see a spirit animal right now. So once you're in the ark, you get an animal, and the animal descends upon you like a holy dove or a raven. So the idea or the purpose of this place is, if you look at this side over here, it looks like somebody with a helmet on. See how it looks like somebody with a helmet on? And then if you look at this side, it looks like somebody with a helmet on and they're looking at each other in the mirror, right? They're looking at each other. This is you and your higher self, your invisible self, your twice born self, not knowing yourself yet, right? So you're looking in the looking glass of the mirror. If we are polarized by low self-worth or self-importance or distracted by lies, then we will be over here or over here. And we will be under mind control like a helmet. So the eye of the needle is staying in 0 point energy. Stay out of low self-worth or self-importance and forgive and let go and obliviate your past and Energize yourself through a heart of a child in joy, and suddenly, like a thief in the night and like a lightning strike, which you've already gone through, you're not just going to double, you will triple, like an embryo. This tripling goes up here like this, and it creates your triquetra. This triquetra gives you the invisible mother. This is the holy dove. And this holy dove will be at first a raven. This is your logical mind sending out thoughts about who you are, who the world is. And the raven never finds home. The raven has not been purified. The raven is using its mind only. But the holy dove is connected to the heart chakra. And your heart chakra is 5,000 times stronger than the brain. And once the heart dips down, the mind dips down into the heart, suddenly your heart communicates with the sun. And both your heart and the sun emit an electromagnetic energy. And you become electrified. You become, you wear a rainbow light body. And you become invisible to the jinn, like lightning strike. So there's the lightning strike. There's the rainbow. Your rainbow light body becomes energized through the lightning strike. I believe you're an earth angel. This angel and the rainbow and all that, they're called the electric rainbow light bodies. And this is on Gaia. They talk about this on Gaia. That these earth angels come here for a purpose to help to electrify the number 8 and electrify the body. So that we become invisible to the dark ones. And the dark ones can no longer see us or detain us or make us suffer. Once your raven has become purified through the white holy dove will work you through belief and knowledge, through your dreams, through a myriad of things, to finally step into the flower of life. And this is the 4 flowers. This is the eternal flower. It is also known as the olive branch. And the olive branch is connected to Zeus. Zeus is known as the olive branch, so is Jesus. The olive branch is a metaphor for our eternal soul. We are forever young. We live forever. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You are balancing the number 4. So you really have gone past the threefold flame. You're going to the number 4. And this is a divine marriage, and it must be balanced. Giving, receiving, seeking first the kingdom of God, and not thinking about jerk world. Look at these politics. Oh, this person offended me. Oh, look how badly they treat animals or people. We don't focus on that anymore. We seek first the kingdom of God, and we learn how to timeline shift by cutting away beliefs that keeps us nailed to someone else's cross, because the entire world is made up of mind. So let go of the scarecrow that has a belief that is limiting you from anything. Because I don't see that you're really out of balance. I see that you have a little low self-worth. Everybody else is pretty much in balance, but you see how your elbow's blocking the scarecrow? There's something that you believe that isn't true. See how long the scarecrow's nose is, like a Pinocchio? Mm-hmm. Something you believe that isn't true. So trust your higher self. Trust the invisible voice of the Divine Mother. You're an earth angel. You are connected to Zeus and Osiris. But we're going to look a little deeper into this. You have a moon or some planet over here, and you have an owl right in front of you, or no, a hummingbird. This is you being a time traveler with your mind. Definitely keep practicing. Oh, so you have the Christmas tree. You have the Jacob's ladder. All right, so you're in the Hall of Solomon. You're in the blazing star of Solomon. So let me tell you what this means for you. See the lightning, see the star, see the rainbow, see the crown, see the marriage. You're in Solomon's temple. You've gone through a polar shift, and you're going to be ushered into the body of Freya. Freya is Freya. Ya is the moon. Frey is a place that dominates the moon. You are now in a place where light dominates darkness. And in this room, you're going to learn to be a seer. You will literally, you have your left hand is the hand of Thoth or the hand of God. These are very significant symbols in alchemy or even in Babylonian symbolism. Your hand of God is touching the heart of God. So you're like Paul. You have the heart of God. So you're going to be able to use that power. That's pretty strong. You're 12 years old spiritually. You're learning to balance. When Jesus was 12, he left the Bible. When Harry was 12, he left the Muggles. When Cinderella when it hit 12 o'clock, she was leaving a narcissistic reality. When Sirius Black was in prison, he was in prison for 12 years. District 12, it's a prison. You are connecting to this world over here to go to the number 13. And that's a master. So you can see the number 5 here. There's numbers all throughout this piece. And you have the letter Y here. This is anytime Yahshua, Yahweh, Yam, the waters of chaos come up here. This is bringing the Voldemort into Hogwarts. Don't let any Voldemort get into your head. It will cause a war and you'll have to die again. Dying is there is no such thing as dying, but shifting realities and timelines. If we like the timeline that we're in, and then we bring a jerk thought and we connect our thoughts to someone who is down here. Think of Harry. When Harry began to connect with the mind of Voldemort. When you're in Hogwarts, you can connect with anyone's mind. You can connect with the gods, or you can connect with a djinn. Here. If you connect with the Voldemort while you're in Hogwarts, you will literally bring their energy up. And you will see through their eyes, and you will feel angry, and you will feel upset, and you will feel like you're hurting people, and you will feel like the bad guy. And you're not, you're just seeing through their eyes. That's what the age of Aquarius is. So you have to see through the eyes of God, not the jerk. Because what did Professor Snape say? He said, focus, Harry. Don't let Voldemort in your mind. So if you can forgive and let go of any negative energy and forgive and obliviate it, then we can get rid of the scarecrow and you can rise a little bit to go into the balance of the number 4, the 4th heart chakra, and the 4 pieces of the olive branch so that you can step fully into your power. Let's let your dad talk to you one more time. He says, no signing contracts with belief or emotion. There's a piece of paper with an X on it. No signing contract through belief or emotion or through technology. Listen to your higher self only. Your higher self is a time traveler and knows everything. Greater is spirit within you than you are in the world. And so this is good, very good energy. No signing contracts. So your dad is in a place that it says SR. USSR? And your spirit animal. Thank you, Spirit, for showing us who your spirit animal is. They're always here. They usually hide. Like a shapeshifter. Number 1, in an alchemical, you are going through the dragon, like many of us are. The dragon is invisible. Yet there's your dragon. You're blocking your dragon. I don't know why. Here, you have the stag. So congratulations, you won the glow-in-the-dark stag book. This means the stag is the lightning, but it's more than that. It's Christ consciousness, like a thief in the night. Whether we want to believe it or not, we've possibly already been raptured. You do have the symbol of Aries on one of the energies over here. Oh, and you are going through the, it's called the crucible. So that's why the crucified thing. So you're going through the crucible. The crucible, think about the Tin Man. The Tin Man needing a heart. The Tin Man has the crucible on the head. It blows out steam. And and it needs oil. And so there's a part of you that needs to be oiled, like anointed. And this anointing will oil you and help you to move a little more smoother with your higher self and with the energy of the all and God. And you're going to burn away all that is false. You will literally burn the scarecrow, just like the scarecrow was burned on the Wizard of Oz. The burning of the scarecrow is good. Burning the scarecrow is burning away all that is false and stepping into your truth and turning a heart of stone into a heart that is alive. So there's a couple of things in your life that is taking you to the crucible. That's okay. I go through the crucible. Sometimes I've finished the crucible and sometimes I backtrack and I have to go through the crucible again. It just depends. If I adopted someone else's jerk energy and I become them and I forgot to watch my thoughts and watch my emotions, I literally can get shoved back into the crucible again. So last but not least, your dad is saying we are forever young. There are many different symbols here coming forward. There's a star here. There's a balloon that is parallel timelines and mirrors. And there's just saying love is all there is. That's all there is. There's nothing else. So we flip the heart around, upside down, and we go to the right side up world. And that's the heart. And you're very much connected to the heart here. Heart. And the heart upside down is basically what man intends for evil, God intends for good. And there's love there. Love. The Jedi. Right, quickly before we go to your thing. So, Jedi. Solomon controlled the jinn. The jinn are a smokeless vapor that was created before human beings were created. They come from volcanoes, smoke. They are jerks. They are the jinn. They will try to take over your mind like the reptilian Wicked Witch or the Voldemort. They will try to entangle your divine purpose, your joy, your prosperity, and your divinity, and they will take it from you. And what you get is their karma and their curses. And we are like, well, I'm a good person. Why am I being so cursed? It's because someone took it. Someone wants to take your crown. Someone wants to wear your shoes, Dorothy. And Voldemort wants to take over your mind, Harry Potter. So, the jinn were spelled like this. They originated from Japan. At least the story did. And it's in the Quran and in many stories, but I see it in my art a lot. Why isn't it in the Bible? Well, it is, but they don't tell you it's there. For instance, the Bible begins with genes. The jinn is in our genes. The Gentile is Gentile. Because the jinn changed their name to genie. And they are called the genius. They're highly intelligent. And they want to take over your body. They need a body. And they need your mind. And they need your obedience. And the only way that you agree to allow them to take over is through belief. And if we believe what they believe, then we are nailed to their timeline and their world. And if we're nailed to their timeline and their world, then we can't shift to a better world, and we will continuously be whipped and stabbed like Christ. And our 7 chakras are 7 points of drainage that the jinn eat until the 7 spirits of God come and like a seal and seals up our 7 chakras, like the 7 wounds of Christ. And then once our 7 chakras are sealed, then they become points of power. When they become points of power, this is a lightning strike. The lightning strike illuminates us, and the Gospel of Philip says when we are illuminated like an electrical energy, the dark ones like the jinn can no longer see us or detain us. If we know how to use our mind, seeking first the kingdom of God and letting our old victim self, low self-worth or self-importance diminish into nothing. This is going through the eye of the needle. And if you can stay listening to God, the divine marriage will become as one, male and female, giving and receiving. So this jinn is very much connected to Osiris. Osiris's soul was cut 14 times. 7 for her, 7 for him. Oz is the great and mighty wizard who was full of hot air balloon. Iris is the goddess of the rainbow. 7 for him, for 7 for her. When 7 goes to 7 and we get to the number 14, we have gone through the divine marriage. The jinn took the 2 rings of power from Solomon. The 2 rings of power are 2 bodies of time, the moon and the sun. Yah, Shua, Oz, Iris, Sol, Oman. So all you have to do is collect these 2 pieces of yourself and come together in that marriage through your mind and your emotions and your actions. And then suddenly, like a thief in the night, lightning strikes and you So there's more here I will tell you in the video. Let's go to your divine purpose and really explore that. And so let's take a moment to breathe. (528 hertz). Breathe it up your nose. Allow it to electrify you and energize you and make you giggle and laugh. Breathing in frequency up your nose actually activates the water in your brain. You have 88% water in your brain, and it electrifies and makes the water in your brain alive. And it helps to activate your pineal gland also. So it's awesome. Yesterday, all my troubles seem so far away, and I need a place to hide away. Oh, I believe in yesterday. Suddenly, I'm not half the man I used to be. There's an angel watching over me. Oh, yesterday, suddenly, why she had to go, I don't know. She wouldn't say. I said something wrong, now I long for yesterday. What I first saw is you holding a planet in your hand. Um, there's going to be a couple things that you're going to end up doing. If you can perfect the balance of your mind, body, spirit, and you understand your mind. As an oracle, your dreams are no longer about you. Think about someone and you will see through their eyes. You're not dreaming about yourself. So again, the treasure box is now opened and it is not closed. Inside the treasure box, and there's balloons. Ah ha ha, you got balloons. What are these balloons? Balloons are timelines. It's also connected to the element of helium. You have a strange face. You're part animal, part man, part female, part. You are holding not just a planet, you're holding some kind of, you're holding something I've seen before. You are, you're like a bull. Yes. So Mithra. So you have the Mithra, and you're holding something. I don't know what it is. You're holding a planet that is a holy grail. All right, so let's see what's going on here. So this is you. And don't think of this as evil. It's not. All right, so let's just go ahead. You're a man, but you're also, there's a bull face. I'm just going to go ahead and make you half man, half female, half bull, half something, but it's like Maleficent. All right? Don't think of it as evil. It's not. This is Maleficent. Look, the bull horns, it means a soul that was cut in half. This is connected to Mithra. Mithra cut the bull in half. This means the original Adam and Eve. Before Eve was cut from Adam, they have two souls. It's connected to the vampire, the ones that live forever. Mithra said, drink my blood and live forever. Jesus said, drink my blood and live forever. Zorro said, drink my blood and live forever. They are connected to the bull. The bull is connected to the moon. And the moon is connected to and there's a coin here. And there's a lotus flower opened up. This is like Beauty and the Beast story. There's a clock that's talking, and there's it's like there are these fairy tale creatures, and it's almost like so let me show you here. Here's your hand. And you're holding sacred geometrical shapes that form a holy grail. that is also a planet. It is the body of Newt. All right. And outside of this, so it is a planet, and you're holding it. Like that. Your dragon is here. One of the eyes looks like a tetrahedron. You will be invited to work for the Galactic Space Force. You have a wizard gown on. You are no longer suffering. The age of Pisces makes the letter Y here also. "23. You're an oracle. I want you to know that the original Mithra was both male and female. They were the original Adam and Eve before Eve was cut from Adam. They self-impregnate like Jesus's mother. They live forever. They have two souls. They are like Maleficent, but our wings were cut like Maleficent. We were cut. And when we were cut, like the bull was cut in half, we were sent to a world of ignorance. We lost all memory. Coming back to our memory and to our true form, like the movie The Golden Compass, we had an animal that was connected to us. This is why Jesus, when he was baptized, he didn't have an animal. The holy dove descended upon him as an animal. And this animal is a spirit guide, a spirit, an invisible spirit. So this invisible spirit manifests and shapeshifts into different types of animals. Because you have the wolf in front of you here, you have a wolf on your belly here. This is connected to Freya. but there's an older woman who's from the spirit world coming forward, looking at you through a telescope, smiling. Somebody who watches you from the spirit world, very angelic looking energy here. Holding a device that looks like a movie reel, like somebody who's looking at a movie, upside down frequency, basically saying that in this world, we're in the upside down world. It's all an illusion. It's a movie. And I want to see what you do. Spirit, show me a little bit more about what Alex does. What is it that save? SAVE, this way. Seer, SEER. Grade. Energy. Hercules. So there's somebody with their mouth open. There's something coming out. Eagle. Mars. X like this. So when Alex gets contacted by whatever this is, the Galactic Federation, some kind of space force thing, I see so many words coming forward here, and what is it that the Ring of Power here? This means you will no longer be human. You're going to transform into being more than human. I'm pulling back because I'm looking at significant symbols. 333. Okay. Um, a treasure box that is opened and a lotus flower that is opened and helium that goes up. You know, scientists that I've studied say that our soul floats up like a helium balloon. And our treasure is helium. We are helium. I don't know if you know this, but your cell phone has helium or was made from helium. And China is low on helium and they're going to the moon to get helium. So there seems to be um, people who are, I don't know what to say about it, but there's something about helium that is connected to the treasure of our soul. And so the lotus flower and you holding the treasure box means that you have truths within you. You're very strong and you're holding souls. Now, I've seen many times where souls are recycled through Mars. So here people are going through they go through you, they go into this, and the souls are connected to helium balloons. So on one hand, these are people who get recycled. What I've seen in many readings, there are people like you who on the invisible world, spirit realm, dream realm, take someone's consciousness and they won't remember going through this. They get put back into the treasure box, meaning they've shifted timelines. Now, let me give you an example. On the spirit realm, I meet people and I'm only seeing through the eyes of my higher self. I'm only witnessing it. I'm not doing it myself. So, I'll give you one example. My best friend's son, I saw him on the spirit realm. His face was beet red, and I laid on top of him and held his hands and fell asleep. And when I woke up, he was fine. So I met my best friend the next day, and he had been stung by bees. A lot of bees, and he could have gone to the hospital. He could have gotten sick from it. He could have died from it. Well, according to my dream, he could have died. But your higher self is a time traveler. Your higher self knows the butterfly effect. Your higher self can go to the future. So what you and your higher self will do is, unbeknownst to us in the physical world, your higher self will allow you to see what's going on. And you'll see that you will help people go through a recycling where their consciousness, like the movie Donnie Darko, doesn't experience dying. They shift timelines. So they go through your strong arm back into the treasure box, meaning they don't experience death. Their soul is intact. All right. Your other hand, you're holding the Holy Grail. You have Venus. Venus on the temple. It goes through the number 11 into the letter U, into the cup of Newt, which is a time. So it's a birthing, a rebirth. And the Holy Grail and this cup opens up into an ascension where they become angelic. They become more than human. Like a butterfly, where they come out of a cocoon and they burst into this butterfly and they ignite their rainbow light body. And apparently, according to your reading, you have the ability to speak realities and speak timelines. So let's say someone's timeline, a better timeline doesn't exist. You can speak it into existence. These are advanced understandings that I'm just now coming into knowing myself. The Galactic Federation, you have to be invited. Then you will be asked to do a myriad of things, to leave the world of this human world and to step into your divinity. And it will require you to leave everyone behind. It will require you to leave even yourself behind. It will require you to have no attachments to this world or to yourself. And then if you can step into that, this energy is coming to turn you into your true form. This is a temporary body. It's a temporary avatar. Your dragon is something that will fight you until you become one with it. When your frequency matches the frequency of your higher self or your twice-born self, then it will work for you. But if you do not merge in a divine marriage with flesh and spirit, then you will fight it and it will try to kill you. Let me show you. So see the angel? You have that angel in your piece. You're kind of like an earth angel. You came here to get to learn from this lower realm, to grow your soul like a munchkin, to become tall like Dorothy, to make it to Emerald City, and then fly over the 7 colors of the rainbow, the goddess Iris. But your original form was more like Mithra. This is why you have a lot of Christ energy and Zeus energy in your piece. The Christ on the cross, or the scarecrow, is people feeding off of you, and you're stuck on the cross of someone else's mind and someone else's timeline, not realizing you could shift timelines just by changing your beliefs and stepping into 0-point energy. Learning how to get off the cross and going through a rebirth really takes a guru or a teacher. Now you have that symbol in your piece. It looks like a carousel. And the carousel is, look at where it is. It's in a lower realm. There's a higher realm. And the carousel is mind control and being in someone else's mind or reality that is not in your favor. Here is someone fighting the dragon. When we fight the dragon, this is fighting God, fighting truth. When we're in the mind of the reptilian wicked witch, the wicked witch of the West, we are in the mind of the World Wide Web, under narcissistic control and in darkness and ignorance. When we grow from the moon, or the wicked witch of the West, into the sun begins to shift us. We will go through the mirror phase. So there's the dragon there. Let me show you an allegory that is presenting to you what you're going through. Look at the two people not facing each other. There's the dragon. They are not coming together in a marriage. They're not together. There's an angel shackled to a lion and a dragon. It's a prison. You go up from there and you go into another timeline. This is the ascension. And there's a myriad of things that we go through. We go through a splitting. See the rainbows? The male and the female are not together. We have split ourselves, the two rings of power, the two flesh and spirit. Finally, the man and the woman to come together in a marriage as one instead of being separated like the two horns, as one. Then the eagle on top of the head of it all, dominating complete freedom. The eagle on top of the head, complete freedom, male and female. You helping human beings who are ignorant step out of the mind of the reptilians so that they can ascend. And then if they don't have a timeline that is in their favor, you actually speak a new timeline for them. You help them through their temple, Venus on the temple. That's you, Venus on the temple, going into the Holy Grail, up through the number 11, into the body of Newt, and then coming out. This is what these allegories actually are. And this is alchemy. This is the alchemical process of shifting from a lower realm to a higher realm. I'll give you another allegory here. So to be clear, where you are right now, let me give you a perfect example besides what we just showed you of where you are. If you were in the separation, you would be in between worlds. You're not, you're in the divine marriage. So you're here. There's the cross. There's the male. There's the female. It looks like horns. Horns above the head. The dragon. The hand, one hand holding a crown, the other hand holding a sword. You have one hand holding a treasure box and a lotus flower and helium. These are souls. Transforming from lead to gold. Gold is a soul. Your soul is made of helium. It goes up. The other hand is the Holy Grail. This is helping people shift through timelines and never be stuck on the cross of a timeline where somebody is feeding off of you. Because our chakras are 7 points of drainage until we turn it into 7 points of power. So see the horns and the mouth opened up with the water going out. It looks evil. It's not. It is an actual description of balance. Male, female, animal. Right? So here's 1, 2, 3, 4 planets. And 1, 2, 3, 4 here. The bearded man always reflects male and female. The androgynous ones, they talk about them having beards. So this Christ on the cross and someone drinking from the Holy Grail is helping people who are on the cross stop using their mind and their emotions and their behavior to feed the dark ones. Teaching people to go up through the ascension process and to become their perfected form. Again, you will do this in a myriad of ways. Mostly, it looks like you are a prophet, but you will have like the gods that have many arms. You have, you're going to go through, like your body is a body of time. You're going to go through many different things. You're going to go through you're going to go through the wolf and the dragon. Number 23, the oracle was written in the Bible 23 times. The oracle. And then you're going to understand that human beings have a consciousness that shifts timelines. And the good ones help people shift to a better timeline. The bad ones try to nail you to their belief systems so that you never ascend and you are under their power. This is why the Wicked Witch wanted Dorothy's shoes and Voldemort wanted Harry's mind and Satan wanted Jesus to bow down, right? So you are there to help save people and to bring them into their truth. And all of us have a higher self that leads us through truth and life. And that's what you are here to do. Do not think of the horns as being evil, please. It is not. It is actually a divinity. It's connected to Mithra. Let's look at your other piece again. Here it looks like you have horns, but it's the rainbow here. And you have the ability through your hands to write, be an oracle, the lightning rainbow light body touching the hand and the heart of God. Christ with this, the divine marriage. Be careful of the scarecrow. It will block you from the alchemical marriage of flesh and spirit, giving and receiving, and all of that. Let's go to question time and let's see what questions you have as far as what Spirit has to say to you today. What was the name of that book? This one is called A Study Course on Alchemical Symbolism. And this is getting into alchemy. And alchemy is connected to the reason people wrote stories like Wizard of Oz or Harry Potter is because they are all power of myth that uses alchemical symbolism to help all of humanity to shift from lead to gold. Right? Because if you think about it, the story of Harry Potter and Dorothy Gale are the exact same story. Dorothy Gale and Harry Potter both have 11 letters in their name. Both of their parents died. Both of them lived with their aunts and uncles. Both of them left the letters MU, Muggle and Munchkin. This is the moon energy. Both of them were a witch or a wizard. Both of them had to overcome the number 7 Horcruxes in the 7 colors of the rainbow. Harry Potter had a god and father that was a dog. Sirius B the dog star. Dorothy Gale had Toto the dog. Both of them had to overcome the reptilian energy, reptilian Wicked Witch or the reptilian Voldemort. And both of them realized they had the power all along. So it is the exact same story. One is male, one is female. And all of these stories awaken us through the power of myth, through the power of symbology. And that's what is so wonderful about becoming an alchemist. Your entire world becomes a communication from God. Yes, forever within us, yes. Yeah, the Philosopher's Stone is an alchemical symbol or energy within your DNA and your heart. Everything outside of you is something that perpetuates within your mind and your heart. So let's say you're an invisible being that has no thoughts and no feelings. You just shift timelines and you observe. The net that we get ensnared in is belief, emotions, low self-worth, self-importance, religions, and politics. And you get nailed to the cross of the timeline of these energies that tried to distract us. But if we can go through the eye of the needle and keep our 0 point energy, we literally have the time, like a pretty little bluebird, to fly over the 7 colors of the rainbow and go anywhere we want, trusting in a divine order of God, which spells dog. Where can you find this chart? So I purchased this particular chart on Amazon. It's called the Alchemical Tables of Symbols. And so when I was telling Alex that they were going through the crucible is this symbol that was on top of the Tin Man's head. And then there are symbols that reflect oil, symbols that reflect vinegar, symbols that reflect salt. And these are all about where you are spiritually. That's why it's really important to find out where you are spiritually so you know how to get past it. You know, how to use your mind, how to use your actions to get past it. That's why we always talk about cleanliness is next to godliness. So, Alex, what did you think about what your dad had to say? And do you still want to hear a little bit more from your dad? Because it seems like your dad had a lot to say about houses being upside down and right side up. Something about an upside down world, kind of like the show Stranger Things, where when we were in the illusion world, we were in like an upside down world. And then so it's like your dad was saying, look, we were in an upside down place. We were in an illusion, and we can bounce to different realities. But I think that there was multiple communications. First of all, happy birthday. For whatever reason, I felt like happy birthday. And then understanding the principalities and powers that we're fighting. He's basically saying, we don't fight flesh and blood. We were fighting principalities and powers, and we need to know that. Okay, let's hear a little bit more from your dad. I could feel that from you, Alex. And Alex, I need you to be like a child and giggle. So this is from your dad to you, all right? This is just from your dad to you. So Raymond, come and say something amazing to Alex. For some reason, the dad is like scratching your head, like your hair, and then says, I believe in, and then his chin makes you with a big U, meaning all of you, everything about you. I believe in you. I love you now. It just says, why you? And then spirit talks in multi-layers. Why would it be LO and then split and then VE? And then why is there no O there? It just says YU. He may be saying, don't ask why me, don't say why me, why you, that type of thing. There's secrets to the way I and you. It's almost like saying I am you. There may be a symbol that on a parallel, strange dimension, you are your father and you experienced, or you have the same soul, something like I am you. And look, we have multiple selves on multiple timelines. He may be one of those, right? That's the vibe I get. I am you. Why you? Why you? You, right? And scratching your head, something about your hair, something about you and your hair, giving you a scratch on your head. And then something about holding the letter B, like driving a car and driving a car with your eyes closed. I don't know what that means necessarily, but you're holding on. But he says, I believe in you. And then why you is like saying, and then you're knocking on his heart. In your first piece, you're touching someone's heart. So here you're knocking on someone's heart with your hand. You're knocking on his heart and a door is opened. Knocking on someone's heart and opening the door of their heart. Again, it says Oz there. I don't know if you smoke or you smoke weed or anything, but he has something coming out of his mouth where it says no, N-O. So I don't know what that means, whether it looks like something is being smoked and then it says no. So there's something there. Yes, we are different. We are separated. And yes, this is your father. But there's something about they are very connected and close to your soul. And they are very aware of how connected your life affects their life and vice versa. If that makes sense. But yeah, you can see right here something out of his mouth, and then you can see the letters N-O right there. I don't know what that means. There's a lot of communicating here. Left hand. You needing support from a father, and the shoulder of your head resting on his shoulder. Your head next to his temple. This is an understanding. Yes. And he says, I know, but I believe in you. You can get through this. You can get through this. We're the same. I see you. And there's the heart. So just know that the hair is power. So this tickling your hair or even brushing your hair or rubbing your head like this, messing your hair up, has many different gestures that you can interpret. Number one, don't, you know how when someone does that to be silly, this is, don't be afraid to be a child. Your hair is your power. You're not alone. You are loved. They believe in you. And you and you makes double you. He is your double you. Double you. And make it pronounced double you. Thank you so much. I love you. Double you. This is whenever I tell you guys about how abusive my dad was or what a jerk my mom was, I always let you guys know that I was told from spirit that the 7 generational curses and your 7 chakras, the 7 spirits of God and all that, the 7 generational curses is we are born as innocent children under the power of our parallel selves. Your father was you. I was my mother. I was my father. And I experienced myself from a parallel innocent child perspective. And I didn't like myself at all. Right? And so the only way that I was able to forgive myself is to go, okay, I experienced what a jerk I was. And I can now release myself from that curse and from that by understanding that they are me on a parallel timeline. And I can, and now I can just move past it, right? We break those curses. We break those karmas. I don't see that your dad has like a jerk energy or anything. I see that he seems to be very, very kind and thoughtful and all that. But there seems to be double you, you know, like if you're happy, they're happy. If you're sad, they're sad. You're so connected. And they feel through you. They see through your eyes. And so it's our responsibility to be joyful and happy so that we don't, because they feel us. And so being a good mommy and daddy to the collective, to our children, and to even our parents, whether they're here or not, is to think the best of ourselves and them and to remain in joy. Because when we are joyful and we have the little silly, I'm scrubbing your head, then they feel it and and they want to feel joy from you and they want you to step into your power. They want you to believe in yourself. So it's like, I believe in you. You love you and believe. You can read it backwards. I believe in you. I love you. Or you can read it backwards. You love you. and believe. This is the upside down world. Yeah, the mirror. You turn it that way, it's an H. And it says ha, H-A. So laugh, be joyful. Love yourself like a father. Father yourself with your mind, with logic. So there's secrets here that if you really are like Sherlock Holmes, you could unlock some of these secrets. But for the most part, I love it. I love these stories. Yeah, remain in joy and think of the best of yourself. With you knocking on his heart, it's like saying, I can feel you knocking on my heart, wanting love from me, wanting or needing me. And there's something about this interaction that gives me a vibe of stay strong, believe in yourself. We're the same. Let's go over what we see here. When you get this original, you can look at it and he'll talk to you in his face. You can look at this and the words will change. Just sit and stare at it into the looking glass and you'll be able to see words and letters. And like negative ions. You may be affected by ions on your head. Ions, he says. What does that mean? Well, in your first piece, there was somebody whose head looks like a computer or a television, right? Ions, he says. So let me explain what an ion is. Positive ions come from technology, like cell phones or cell towers, right? It can also come from mold and bacteria. When we have too many positive ions, especially if you live in the city, your heart chakra, which you're knocking on your dad's heart, becomes, instead of it looking like a torus field, which is an apple, it can become like a tornado, just tangled. And it can cause depression, anger, and just complete out of balance. This is why the Apple iPhone has a bite out of it. Your torus field gets messed up. Negative ions are good for you. Negative ions comes from salt, the ocean, walking barefoot, grounding in the earth, going next to trees and nature, getting out of the air conditioning. Air conditioning is really bad. Let's put AC over here. It can take the negative ions that are 1,000 in the natural air, and you can go into a house with air conditioning and the negative ions go down to 100 or less. So going out in nature really helps because you are a negative ion emitter. So a couple of things that your dad's telling you. You need to be hydrated. You need to drink water, living water. And you need your pH to be balanced with negative ions. So here's what you do. Technology is affecting your head. This is why the dad is scrubbing your head, protecting your head from a television that's over the head, right? You are a natural negative ion emitter. Your tears are salty, your sweat is salty, your body is warm. Heat on salt makes a Himalayan salt lamp that emits negative ions. The sun hitting salt water, it makes a large amount of negative ions. So if you're hydrated and your pH is balanced, but you have negative ion issues, it's easy to fix. But if you have too many positive ions and your pH is acidic and you're dehydrated because you're not drinking enough water, then it will really flip you around. And you will become someone that you're not or weren't meant to become. This is why there are many institutions out there that put poison in our foods and our water just for this purpose, because it will tether you to a timeline that is not in your favor. Negative ions. So you're going to go out in nature and you're going to walk barefoot, and you may go out to the ocean, or you may put some salt water by your bed, or you may start putting Himalayan sea salts on your food. Himalayan sea salt has over 84 minerals. You may be lacking in minerals also. So technology, cell phones, computers, television, cell towers, bacteria, mold, positive ions, bad. Okay. Negative ions, hydration, going out in nature, swimming in the water, going to the ocean, getting rid of your phone for a little while, sun gazing with your eyes closed, a myriad of things that you should do to increase your negative ions, putting Himalayan salt in your food, and of course, drinking more water. Once you are hydrated, your pH is about 7.0 to 7.2, and you are not, you need to decrease the amount of sugar you eat. Sugar and salt fight. Your lymph nodes are made of salt, or need salt as an antibiotic. But when we eat too much sugar, we get sugar in our lymph nodes, and then suddenly we get sick. So decrease the amount of sugar, and don't eat too much salt, everything in moderation. But just add a little Himalayan sea salt to your food. That's 84 minerals. Hydrate. You can actually literally buy something on Amazon called a urinalysis test that are test strips that can test over 11 ailments of your body. When you go to the doctor, the two things the doctor should always check is your hydration. You are 75% water, but doctors don't do this, do they? Hydration is the foundation of mental and physical health. The second thing a doctor should check is your pH. pH is connected to your immune system, your mental and physical health, and your spiritual health is connected to all of this because your holy temple is your body. So your pH, these test strips will test your hydration, your pH, your glucose levels. This means your sugar in your body, your liver, your kidney, everything. So you just pee on it, and then in 2 minutes, it'll tell you what's wrong, right? So it costs like $11, and it's called Q11. And so you're going to start realizing that your body is a holy temple, and it seems as if your dad is a little bit wanting you to take care of your holy temple, because I saw ions and water. And that's exactly what is in your first piece. Water. Technology over the head. Things that are affecting our mind. So we need, he's saying ions. I-O-N. Ion. It said ion here too. So protect your head with negative ions. there are Himalayan salt lamps that you can plug in, and it helps to emit negative ions, but you are a natural negative ion emitter. You just have to make sure that you're hydrated and your pH is balanced, because you could eat salt and try to avoid sugar and try to emit negative ions, but if you're dehydrated, nothing will work. If you go to the doctor and the doctor says, oh, you should take this pill, that pill, but you're dehydrated, nothing will work. Why don't they tell you that? Because there's an agenda. And I'm here to tell you that the foundation of health is hydration with clean water. Eat watermelon. Watermelon has really good H2O3 water for you. And then, of course, drink well water or spring water or some kind of water that is not chlorinated and fluorinated. Because I'm telling you, technology will take a bite out of your apple, which is your Taurus field. Your Taurus field has to be activated. All right? So he's a little bit worried about your mind, a little bit worried about you, a little bit worried about your mental health. Don't take what I say lightly. Get that computer screen off your head and activate your mind, not with a computer screen, but with the rainbow light body and the Star of Solomon, because you're meant to do great things in this world. I hope that was enough for you to understand what Daddy's saying. The test is called the Q test. The one that I use is called Q11. It's a urinalysis test strip. They give you like over 100 test strips. You can test yourself all the time. It's called Q11 urinalysis test strip on Amazon. And I believe it costs $11 or $12. You can test yourself at home. You will have to look up what the colors mean on your own. Take a picture of it, of the test strip, and then do your investigations, because and then watch YouTube videos about how to read the analysis strip. What'd he do? Oh no! So notice that you have to become a Jedi to open the treasure box, and then once you step into yourself, the treasure box is opened. This is you being a Jedi. A master of the mind. I consider myself a Jedi in training. pH should be at about 7 or 7.2. I have pH test strips that I use with my tongue. It's not as accurate, but I lick these test strips and it turns green or dark green. And then I know that my pH is alkaline. You don't want to be too alkaline and you don't want to be too acidic, but an acidic pH is the foundation for bipolar disorder. I asked Spirit one time about this, and Spirit answered me and said, oh, you need to take a spoonful of baking soda every night before you go to bed mixed with water to raise your pH, because mental problems come from dehydration and acidic pH. If your pH is acidic, that's a wonderful room for cancer and other things to begin growing inside your body. So being alkali and hydrated is the foundation for mental, physical, and spiritual well-being. How do you hunt for power? You drink really good water, and you can magnetize your water. You can activate your water. I make many videos on activating water within your body to help you guys step into your adepthood. Yes, it checks your pH as well. It checks pH, glucose, hydration, kidney, liver. I don't know what else it checks. Some of it, I don't even know what it is. But you can purchase it and do it at home, but you will have to do some studying on how to read it. I'm just looking at your comments right now. And that was the feeling that I got from you, Alex, when I first connected with your energy. Just feel like this feeling like you're supposed to be perfect. It's not true. Make mistakes, have fun, live in the moment. You'll be surprised. As you're having fun, you might look down and find a piece of gold. A treasure. If you would like a reading, you go to forestfairy.com. I have 3 options. $30 will give you 30 minutes with me, and we just go live. $50, I actually do a video for you where I research some of the symbolisms that I may not have understood in the live. And then I digitally paint it so that you can kind of see exactly what Spirit is saying. $100, you get the original mailed to you, and I do it on canvas and paint it and send it to you. And I sign it. Yeah, I mean, I make a lot of videos. You guys, please follow me on TikTok or YouTube. If you missed any portion of this live, you can follow me on Mary Moses Art on YouTube. I make a lot of videos about becoming an oracle. I just uploaded a video about how to use your mind to become nothing. When you're nothing, you're everything. And learning how to shift timelines requires that we clean our diet, clean our house, clean our car. Your action is a prayer. Feeding the birds, taking care of your animals, making your bed. These are all prayers. So cleanliness is next to godliness. You clean your diet, clean what you drink, clean your thoughts, clean your beliefs, clean your house, clean your car. They are all prayers. And once you do this, you also need to learn how to seek first the kingdom of God, because your mind is like the golden compass, and you can shift timelines. You can be tethered to someone else's mind through belief or thought, or you can shift timelines through becoming nothing, zero. Once you become nothing, you can learn the art of inviting or creating a better life by quantum jumping, quantum leaping, but it does require a balance of diet and relationships and peace and harmony, getting rid of low self-worth, self-importance. It is a growing thing. It's not like something you can do overnight. But watch my videos. I teach a lot about this, stepping into becoming an oracle. All of you guys, Spirit is asking you to all become an oracle. What is an oracle? An oracle is written in the Bible 23 times. If any man speak, Let them speak as the voice of the oracle. This is becoming the voice of God, not being the voice of ego, of pain, of low self-worth or self-importance, being the voice of the Holy Spirit, flowing through you like an antenna or a flute. Yeah, make sure you eat fruit. Fruit has the living waters inside of it. It's really wonderful to eat really watery fruits like watermelon. Yet we are the vessel for the invisible Spirit of God to flow through, talk through, work through, and walk through. This is why Jesus said, don't pray to me, follow me. So it's an action. Action is what flows through us. We are the creators. We are the crown of creation. You're so welcome. You guys are so welcome. Yeah. Well, yeah, for me, you have contradicting thoughts. You'll have low days, low vibe days. That's the marriage. The marriage is learning to give and receive. So when you give away your power by connecting with someone, thinking about someone, feeling someone's energy, you have to learn how to get your power back, not just let it drift away. So getting your power back is connected to your diet, your relationships, hunting for power, sun gazing, swimming in water, talking to trees, going out at night, setting intentions for a future timeline, and setting yourself up for success and not failure. It's not a mermaid in the middle of the page. It's a jinn. A jinn is a smokeless vapor that was created before humans were created. It's in the Quran. They talk about the jinn. King Solomon dominated the jinn. That's why the Bible starts with jinn. Genesis. It's in your genes. Genesis isn't Genesis. It's genes. IS. And Gentiles are jinns that are half jinn, half reptile. And when we are born in the darkness, we have to get the jinn out of our genes. Once we succeed in doing this, then spirit, we become half flesh, half spirit. We go through the divine marriage. Thank you so much, Trina. You guys please follow Trina. Please follow Queen Karma. Please follow Cosmic Ray. These are my moderators. They're so fantastic. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, thank you for the boat, Loretta. Thank you. Yeah, I love you. Big hugs from me to you. Thank you so much, Dream Eater. Thank you. Laughing is the best therapy, somebody says on here. Yes, please follow Queen Karma. Please follow Divine Awakening 369. I was looking for the Q test tips on Amazon to add the link for everybody here, but it's not available. Oh, there are other tests, urinalysis tests, like several different kinds. Find the one that looks easy for you. I always find the one that tests the most. So there's some that's only tests 10 things. The reason I chose Q11 is because it tests 11 things in your body. But there's several different urinalysis tests that you can purchase from Amazon. I think we're coming out of our winter season, someone said. We're blooming. I totally agree with that. Anyway, the jinn, when I saw the jinn on the spirit realm, they are black. They screech like a siren, like, yeah, they screech. And they look like a mermaid on their tail. And people on I don't know, they're on another realm. But they are very scary looking, and there's a lot of stories about them, but according to the Quran and stories from the Testament of Solomon and King Solomon, they are highly intelligent, and politicians and people in power use the jinn in their favor. But you don't want a jinn. Their agenda, their agenda is to wear your shoes and wear your mind. They want your mind, they want your feet, they want your body. And we don't want that. You know what I love about what you just said, Queen Karma? You said, I laugh every day because it helps to raise our vibrations. Isn't that the truth? My joy, you will feel it. Let's say all of a sudden you're thinking about me and suddenly you start laughing. My joy, you'll be able to feel it. And so we are there for each other telepathically. But if I get depressed, ashes, ashes, we all fall down. So hi, Stephanie. I'm so glad that you're here and I finally see you, right? So this was a pretty long reading, but this is a reading for Alex. And Alex, you have a big job to do. Please keep your joy up. Please keep your energy up, and please know that your loved ones are always with you. You are them. They are you. And they're there to help you and support you. They want you to take care of your body and your energy and your ions. They want you to think in terms of frequency. Life begins at 70 hertz frequency. A healthy human is between 70 and 100 hertz. Rose essential oil has over 300 hertz frequency. Frankincense has over 147 hertz frequency. Cotton clothing has 100 hertz. Linen has 5,000 hertz frequency. Watermelon and water, they have life, that's life food. There's death food, death clothing, death fragrances, death sounds, death energies, death emotions, and death thoughts. And then there's life. So just think in terms of life and death. Follow life and you'll be fine. Who needs a reading today? Say me, and then why do you want a reading? Do you want to hear what your spirit has to say to you? If you are a subscriber to me, I always try to pick my subscribers first, but we are all under the obedience of divine timing. This means spirit chooses not me, not money, not an agenda. Spirit is always in control. Poetic Paints, you're the first one I saw. What is your first name, darling? Alicia. I think I've read for you before. Am I right? For some reason, Spirit wants to tell you something today, maybe. So let's go ahead. We'll make it quick. We won't go into it deep, and then I'll do another one, okay? Alicia, fingers. You have rings all over your fingers. Lots of rings. You're married to different ideas. You're having a marriage of different beliefs, different thoughts. Should you just have one ring on one finger? Or is it okay to have lots of rings? So, charge. You're on a horse and it's like, charge ahead, full force, gallop. The wind's blowing in your face. The bouncing of the horse is bouncing you up and down. Doesn't matter that there's rocks. Doesn't matter. We're running through the water. We're running through the ground. We're running past high prairie grass. You got your shield up. Oh yes, shield. You're holding your shield up. It might be heavy. You're protecting your head. You're holding something in your hand. I don't know what it is. It's something. And the horse is galloping. Wow. Big old horse. Oh, because Mr. Contract Man is trying to get you to sign a contract. If you could please just sign this will. Hey, my name's Rumpelstiltskin. All I need you to do is sign your name, and then you can have everything you want. Come on now. Everybody does it. Sign your name to what I believe, to what I think. Sign this contract so you can be nailed to my cross, my reality, my beliefs, and my mind. Then suddenly I will take your joy, your prosperity, all the gifts that God wants to give you, and you will get my karma, my and it's a belief, but you are running away from it. And you're on this horse and you're holding up this shield and you're like, F you Rumpelstiltskin jerk. I'm not signing a contract with my belief or my emotion. I'm not going to connect with your energy. I'm not going to think as you think. I'm not going to fight you. I'm going to leave you in peace. And my horse is going to poop on your shoes in the meantime. So, well, now, below the horse is trampling these contracts. Trampling. Now you have some symbols of, see, here's a timeline that the jerks create for you. All right, this timeline. Oh, constant sorrow. Oh, please, sir, please give me some more food in my cup, please. Do you love me? Please love me. Please feed me good food. Oh, but no, that's a timeline they want to shift you to. It's been created for you. They created it. However, you're here. And now we're going to teach you how to stay out of Pisces. Go into Aquarius. Take those contracts and say, I am not me. I have been twice born. This means you can't split me in half and make a part of me in a world that is not my destiny. My higher self, my horse, has power, is a time traveler, and can run very fast in the future or the past. Greater is spirit within me than I am in the world. And if God is for me, who can be against me? So you have your back toward the jerk. You will not be nailed to their belief and their cross and their philosophies and their politics or their religions. This timeline they created for you, you're blocking it. You're not going to be stuck in the body of a God that doesn't serve you. You are going full steam ahead with your shield. And on your shield, it says, you have a tic-tac-toe symbol. This means 11 on its side. You have died. You have been reborn. Like a white horse, you have been illuminated. The dark ones cannot see you or detain you. They're behind you. You should trust that. You should really trust. So there's some sort of energy right here in front of somebody drinking from a cup like this. And you're just blocking these people from feeding off of you. And I think this is spirit telling you, good job, keep going. It said sell. Don't sell to the world. Leave the world behind. Follow spirit only. This is your spirit horse. This is your horse. Allow your horse to lead you, and all you do is you're the vessel. You are... What were you holding here? Give me a second. You're holding a contract. The contract is touching this jerk. So right now, I'm going to break that contract. I'm not going to let this jerk even touch you. I'm going to cut them off of you. I don't know what it is. It could be religion. It could be something we signed. It could be politics. Whatever it is whatever this man represents is signed contracts. So I cut that off you. You should feel that. And let's go ahead and just take all that away. Matter of fact, I'm going to put a wall between you and them. There you go. There you go. And this person, yeah, let's put a bubble around them and put an X over them. Nobody can feed off of you. Nobody can make you sign contracts. Nobody can put you in a lower realm where you're begging for joy, begging for food, begging for friendship, begging for love. This is a timeline that someone wants you to be in where you feel like a person of constant sorrow. That is not your destiny. That's only something that we believe in, and we can shift there through belief. And it's a timeline that was created and is not your timeline. So there's an hourglass here, and the sands of time has something to do with this, but let's go ahead and let's what are we gonna do here? Here you are on a piece of paper. That's your contract that somehow somewhere signed. And you got some soldiers now. Let's make them really mad. And they have these big things, and they are opening a portal, and you're about to go into this portal. They love you. They have this angry face because they don't like you there. They love you. They want you to be eternally happy and eternally prosperous and eternally joyful. And they are there. And they came into this place to open a portal, and you're about to get sucked into that portal so that this timeline won't exist. It'll be gone. So take a picture. Notice there are secret symbols throughout your entire piece. Don't sign contracts through emotion, belief. Listen to comedy and trust in riding full steam ahead through the water, through the rain, through the tall grass, and have fun with it. Trust in your power, trust in your higher self, trust in God, trust in the Holy Spirit. Balance your diet and all of the things that we talk about, and you're just being told, don't look back, go full steam ahead, because nobody can make you sign a contract because you aren't just you anymore. You have your horse. Your horse isn't going to sign a contract. Your horse is going to kick that jerk and poop on him. You've been reborn. 11:11. Zip, zip, and then there's a bird. That. You're so welcome. So you can see there's some symbols like going on right here. This is fire going up. This is the age of Pisces. This is a portal. This is you begging. This is your angel going, na, 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 na. That's you blocking. That's the sole of your feet. So just don't look back. You'll turn to stone, like a stone tablet, like the stone tablet that Moses wrote. Moses wrote a stone tablet, 10 commandments. And if you believe this, then you will be in your mind and your heart will be engraved in stone. But we don't follow things written in stone. We follow the ever moving and shifting voice of spirit. And many people judge the Holy Spirit. Oh, Holy Spirit, how could you be into crystals and sun gazing? Oh, that's because the Bible says that the truth was kept for the glory of God. And if the Holy Spirit dominates your head, there's no condemnation for anything you do or say. And all of this is in the Bible. No, it's not. Yes, it is. Where does it say that? It's in the book of Romans. Jesus said you can be as powerful as him and more if you follow him. No, it doesn't. Yes, it does. So take a picture. I'll hold it here for a second. Haha, it says 13. 1, 3, the master. What? Yeah, he's like a wizard. The Wizard of Oz was false. Toto pulled open the curtain and saw that he was a liar, full of hot air balloon. Yeah, crystals are also in the Bible. Everything is frequency. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was God. So word is frequency. It's invisible. Frequency is sound. Sound emits from crystals. So God is inside crystals. So a pillar of salt is a preservative which preserves you in the old state. Thank you, Cruz. You guys, please follow Cruz. What an amazing comment that is. True. So what it does is it solidifies us in a timeline. When we believe that we live in a jerk world, we will get nailed to that timeline in that world through belief because all is mind. And then if we say, you know what, I believe nothing, I feel nothing, I'm going to go and follow the ever-moving and ever-changing energy of spirit, the Holy Spirit, my higher self, then suddenly, you live in the moment and you learn to shift fluidly like water. And I'm not that great at it yet. I get polarized sometimes, but if we can snap back and remember to snap back, we will learn to shift so much easier every time. We will strengthen our spiritual muscle and we will come together collectively until one day, we're creating worlds. We're creating our own timelines. Hi, Opal Star. Yes, you create your reality. You create joy. Thank you, Opal Star. You guys, please follow Opal Star. I love that. So yeah, everything is a test. Everything. And I have to remember that because my inner child likes to throw fits. You mean to tell me that I can't have that? You know, I immediately go back to my mommy and daddy didn't love me. No one loved me. God doesn't love me. I'm going to go eat worms. Nobody likes me. Everybody hates me. Guess I'll go eat worms. Fat worms, skinny worms, chunky worms, gooey worms, itsy bitsy funky monkey worms. Down goes the first one, down goes the second one. Oh, how they wiggle and squirm. Itsy bitsy fuzzy wuzzy worms. Spirit, please tell me if I'm on the right path. Wild Nature's Best. What is your first name? Wild Nature's Best. I encourage you to subscribe because we give out free prizes. I just sent out a free wand today from the Springs and a 3-fold flame coin game to Kendra today. So you guys get free prizes, not to mention sometimes free readings. And these readings aren't cheap, precious. Oh, I love it. Your kids are loving it. I love it. Hi, kids. I love you. Thank you for loving me back. Don't you wish you could tell everybody that you love them? And then everyone just tell you they love you back everywhere you go? Instead of walking into a store and somebody gives you a frowny face and you're like, "Aw, this world isn't very nice." Don't you wish you walked into a store like Walmart or someplace and they just give you free prizes? There's a treasure box opened and you walk up to the treasure box and go, "Can I have one?" And they say, "Not only one, but two." And you're like, "I love you." And they're like, "I love you." That's the world I want to live in. Okay, let's see here. See if somebody gave me their name. Amanda. So did the Wild Heart person, are they not here? What is your first name? Oh, see. So Wild Nature's Best. I'm looking for your first name. Hi, Steffi. The world needs love, my angel. Yes. You never sent me your address, Steffi. Wild Nature. I guess I don't see your name, baby. You don't want to give me your name to do your reading? I might be able to connect with your energy without your name. I don't know. Oh, Micah. Okay. Here we go. Make sure that you're following me because you have to love me too. Oh, okay. So here we go. I'm thinking about you as a child. The wind is blowing through your hair, talking to you, and it feels really good to you, but you're not using the energy of the air. You don't realize God's talking to you or something? You, seeing God outside of yourself and then inside of yourself. You and I are out in the woods and we're building a house out of sticks, and we're making a fire and we're camping and we're making a shelter. We're building a new place, a new house. And we're very proud of this place because we built it ourselves. I think you're shifting to another timeline. So you have to think about the new house, the new timeline, and what it's going to be like and what you're going to be like and how happy you're going to be. And you have to actually procreate that new timeline and then shift there, right? So I'm helping you. And we're going to put jewels all over your doors and diamonds, and we're going to laugh. We're going to put music. Oh, you know what? Your windows, we're going to have instead of a knocker on your door, it's going to wind like a music box, and you have to wind it, and it goes dun 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 dun, and then boing, out pops a bird out of one of the windows. And if the bird pops out of the window, the door just opens. There are no locks on the door, because in our new world, in our new timeline, everyone loves you and has everything in your favor. So now we just make doors for fun. So this one's a music door, and the birds pop out of the windows, and it's all sparkly, and your house comes to life and sings, and you're like, ah ha ha ha, you thought this was just a silly house made of wood? No, no. It's a magical house. You ready? Just call me angel of the morning, angel. Just touch my cheek before you leave me, baby. Just call me angel of the morning, angel. And then slowly turn away from me. You have a female coming forward, like I would call her like a fairy godmother, a woman, female. You have a male. He looks like a Christ. You're having a hard time on knowing what is the voice of God and what isn't. So I think this is you. You have your hand over your chin like this, and you're just like, I'm not really sure. Right? And this is the Christ. And he's writing. And there's some strange symbol of an eye with 1, 2, 3 going out like this. And he's writing. Crown. And table. Lightning, or a lightning rod going to your third eye. Scarecrow.
You should go outside at night. Stephanie and I talk about this. You need to use your will, which is the will of God, your higher self, the lioness, the sun, Christ consciousness, the sun and the moon. The hair is the white hair of the rabbit. It is power in your hair. You have the rainbow bridge over your hair. You go out and you take back power that you gave away to this. Elsa, think of the Frozen Part 2. I just did a reading for someone where this is spoken about. Show yourself. So Elsa, a reading that I just did for someone showed that her soul was from a volcano, not on Earth. Her soul was taken to a volcano on the planet Titan, which is an ice volcano. There are literally volcanoes made of ice, and the waters that come out of the volcano are like ice. So if you look up Titan, they tell you there are these ice volcanoes. Well, just so happens that the movie Frozen Part 2, she goes inside an ice volcano, and you can tell that it doesn't seem like she's from Earth or she's on Earth. And she goes and she calls forward her higher self, saying, show yourself. And she starts to see tetrahedrons and certain symbols, and she uses the sound ah, and she uses her voice to take back power and to remember, because in a timeline, you have energy in a timeline that is connected to the scarecrow. The scarecrow is a timeline where we weren't real, we were asleep, we were under mind control, we were a carbon copy of an agenda or whatever. So you need to use your will to call forward your crown. You need to imagine 4 tetrahedrons, stand in the center of it. Elsa is Elsa. And so Elsa, why is ah? You need to use the sound ah from your voice. If you watch the show where she says show yourself, she uses ah a lot. And so she why it says CE. I'm not sure what that means. There's a kitten. This is low self-worth. Right? Well, so here's Christ telling you, become an oracle. The oracle is written 23 times in the Bible. Be the voice of God. But the reason you're not quite stepping into it is because you need to do a really strong recapitulation, or what Scientologists called auditing. You need to audit and recapitulate something that you gave away in your past. There's a huge energy in your past that needs to be taken back. So what we do is
We go, we remote view our past. We take the little kitten, we rescue ourselves, and we obliviate it through forgiveness like it never happened. We use breathing techniques, and then we use a very strong ceremony or ritual or whatever you want to call it, prayer time, whatever, where you say, show yourself. S-R. S-Y. Show yourself. Show yourself. And you say, show yourself. I've been dying to meet you. Envision colors, everything. Make it very strong. Because you are meant to be an oracle. And you have Christ here. You have a lioness here. You have Oz here. You're listening. You can hear spirit. You're a little bit blocked. And you're at 13, so you've made it past the prison. You've been released from a prison now. Your higher self is dominating you like a crown, protecting your crown, but you're not wearing the crown. You have to go back in time and audit or recapitulate some pain, something. Get rid of that. It never happened. It's low self-worth, little kitten. Get rid of it. And the time of Noah has returned, the white hair of Noah. And the hair is connected to the 3 hairs. So you're in your threefold flame. The 3 hairs have rabbit ears that are connected to each other like this. And then, how am I going to do this? Let's see, let's make the rabbit. It goes like this. Anyway, rabbit. And then the other ear goes like this. And then the other ear goes like this. And then that one attaches to this one. Anyway, that's the 3 rabbit hairs. And so it's like W, W, W. World Wide Web. WWW. World Wide Web. And the 3 hairs is one of the most famous symbols. The 3 hairs are connected to the 3 spirals. Right? So you have the word hair. Now, the word mom is WW without a W here in the center. It spells wow upside down. So you are detaching from the Wicked Witch of the West or the World Wide Web by following the white rabbit through the eye of the needle. The eye of the needle is going through the center of the rabbit ears. World Wide Web. Go in the center, you escape, but it looks like you're becoming a master. You're learning, you are awakening, all this stuff. You just need to use your will, which is, okay, first of all, this is a magical experience to see what spirit is saying to you. So call it a magical square. Now it's in your consciousness that you need to do this. Now your higher self knows. Your will is always connected to your solar plexus. Wait for your will to show you it's time to call back and recapitulate and say, show yourself. And be like Elsa, becoming that power. The solidification. Elsa is the ice queen. The crystallization of Christ manifesting in the flesh. Crystallization, the snowflake, fire and water, fire and ice, manifesting your pineal gland, the Christos of your brain. The electricity is hitting your third eye. The manifestation of Christ consciousness solidifying in your third eye. You're going through the fire and ice. You need to now, when your will tells you, stand in the center like you'll see that Elsa did on Show Yourself. And heal low self-worth. Step into your power because you're no longer you. You're half flesh, half spirit. This means spirit has a power and it will flow through you, not from self-importance, not from arrogance or pride, not even from low self-worth. Your power comes from your will. Your will comes from God, and it will just flow. The scarecrow is a jerk. The scarecrow is false. Long nose, liar, right? And it stays on the cross of someone else's timeline that is false. And the crows come and peck at it, and it's stuck there and it doesn't know how to get out. And there's something about you needing to look back at a piece of your life that must be erased, forgiven, and breathe it back, your power, and then step into your will. Think of this as steps. First, you go to your will. Your will is to get your crown. Your will turn you into Elsa. Elsa will help you do a magical dance or song that says show yourself. Sing it, dance it, imagine it. Breathe back your power, obliviate this, allow the crystallization of Christ to fully manifest within you, and trust your higher self. Your mind is like the rainbow bridge. So take a picture. Aha. S-Y. Show yourself. So you're blocking your will. In shamanism, your will is invisible. You, through your actions, your prayers, your thoughts, and your beliefs, can activate your will. Let's say your will is to be healthy, and you tell your will through your words that you want to be healthy, but then you go and drink soda, smoke weed, eat sugary donuts, and lay on the couch. Your will not work for you. Action, word, and thought must be in alignment. Make your will work for you. Will. WW. Make your will work for you. Your higher self is here. This is your thoughts, emotions, your actions. They all work together, right? So what you're learning right now is how to use your will. And if there's anything you're blocking, it's your actions. Your actions lead you to making that wheel spin like a fan. Because there's a part of you that's large. This part of you is large, and then the Christ is a little bit small. So all of these must be in complete balance for it to work. And if you watch Show Yourself, you'll see these 4 tetrahedrons. She stands in the center. They're all the same size. You're so welcome. Hey, this is where I have a hard time. My actions are really good. My thoughts are pretty good. My words are good. My emotions I need to perfect my emotions. We're all working on things here. I have to work on transmuting and making my joy more fully developed. So this is just stuff that we work on. It's okay. And this is just today. And you're doing great. But the person you should be seeing on the other side of you shouldn't be a scarecrow. It should be a mirror of your true self. And your true self is not a scarecrow. Your true self is like Elsa. Now, when she went into the cave or the volcano, deeper into the volcano, she said, show yourself, and then used the sound ah, saw the tetrahedron, saw all these colors, broke open different timelines, and then suddenly she transformed her clothing and she wore a queen's gown. This reflects that she shifted timelines into a timeline where she was the queen, where she was in charge. So we need to get rid of the scarecrow. Yeah, it's a windmill power, baby. Get that windmill blowing with air. When I first saw you, there was wind blowing in your hair. Your wind is blowing in your hair. Wind, windmill, wind. You need to go outside when the wind is blowing. Talk to the wind. Tell the wind, I want to get rid of all that is blocking me. Thank you. I love you so much. Thank you for loving me back. I stomp my feet. I raise my hands and feel the air flow through me. I am invisible. I am nothing and yet everything. I let go and I breathe back in any power that I have given away. I'm ready to step into hearing the voice of God and becoming that fully. I embrace it. And I create a timeline through my imagination where things work in my favor. I will no longer allow myself to lose. I will win. I will write the word win on my pillow. I will write it behind my bed. I will put it on the bottom of my feet and my hands. I will put it everywhere. And I'm going to win. I'm not going to lose. The scarecrow loses. It's alone. The crows peck at it. It's stuck on the cross. It deteriorates. Nobody cares about it. It's the lost kitten. That is not you. That's a lie. Replace it with a queen. And then create that timeline so that when your will is ready to shift you, you have already created the place that you want and you shift yourself there, not the scarecrow. Yeah, when. You know what it reminds me of if on The Incredibles when Elastigirl was having doubts and she was like, "Oh, I think my husband's cheating on me and I didn't know that he wasn't working and he was lying to me and I may as well just give up. How could I be so silly?" And then that woman slapped her in the face with a napkin and said, "Get yourself together. You're Elastigirl. Let the world be your bitch. Win. And call me later, darling. I love our little chats." That's you. Don't believe in anything false about yourself. Because first of all, this self that's in the physical body is simply an antenna. We are nothing. And so we just allow spirit to fill our mouth, our hands, and our feet. And once we figure out how to use our mind, our actions, and our body, when we become really good at it, this thing spins and it's like, and it just is power and it powers your will. And then that crown should be on your head. Oh, the wind will. Ah, ha, ha, ha. Will blow. I love that, Cruz. I love that. Instead of windmill, wind will. The wind will blow the scarecrow away. Yes. And the scarecrow blows away easily. The hat comes off, the straw falls off, everything falls off easily. To get rid of the scarecrow, you recapitulate. Scientology calls it recapitulating your or auditing something from the past. Now, Scientology goes all the way back beyond this life. So it may not be this lifetime. Your will tell you. So what you do is you look at this and you take a picture of it. You study it. You tell yourself, your higher self, there's something in my past, whether this lifetime or another, or some timeline, where I have not healed. I have not, there's something like a program that has been inserted in my ethereal body that I need to get rid of that by looking at this picture. Just look at this picture. Look at that scarecrow. And then say to your higher self, offer an opportunity and tell me what to do. Should I go out at midnight under the moon and speak? Show yourself? Should I listen to music and a dance by the fire and dance my power, stomping my feet, clapping my hands, and giggling with joy, saying, you have no power over me? This program, spirit is greater than flesh. We're going to get rid of the scarecrow. You can't do it with your mind. You can't do it with logic. It has to come from your will, the wheel, and just give it time. The opportunity will present itself and the person to tell you how to do it will come to you. Maybe a video you'll see on TikTok. Maybe something in passing. Your will come and tell you where it is, what it's from. I get the feeling, this is only a feeling, that it's a narcissistic female from either this life or another. And it's, let's say somebody says something to you that's a little off. Something triggers you and you feel this narcissistic female energy trying to control you. And they're not. But this program of this woman, let's say, like, I know a lot of females who have narcissistic women in their lives. And the minute a woman says, oh, let me tell you what I know, your heart chakra immediately blocks and says, F you. You're not going to control me. Don't control me. Don't try to control me. And you know why it upsets us to be so controlled by women? Because these particular women did want to anger us, did want to control us, did want to nail us to the cross of their timeline so they could steal our power and our joy under their control. We have every right to block and be triggered. We have every right. It's totally understandable. If we don't heal it, we will attract them forever. Forever. And we have to cut them out with our will and consider that we can shift to a place where females who are powerful and have power and authority are not jerks. They're not evil. They're not mean. They are telepathic and they know how you're feeling before you feel it. They are time travelers. They know where you may fall before you fall, and they will catch you and save you and love you and give you prosperity and joy every step of the way, because that's what a good mommy does. So until this is healed, this will constantly forever and a day come back into our lives, and these jerks won't go away. And I've had to deal with that myself. My mom's not necessarily narcissistic. She's just easily swayed by men, like a shadow. And then men, I've had deceptive men my whole life. If I don't heal this deceptive man, ignorant women program, I will always attract it, and I will never shift timelines. I have to expunge it, see it, look at it, and allow my will to breathe back a new paradigm and a new program. And I will accept when someone talks to me that they're not this jerk. They actually love me. Yeah. So if women who are swayed by men often make us codependent, like the abandoned kitten. Women abandon themselves and they become like the man. And if the man's a jerk, the woman becomes a jerk. And so this is mistrust, stepping into your power outside of men. It's difficult, but this is something that your will will figure out. It's funny, when I was little, my mom would play Amy Grant. And when I was about 5 years old, I thought she was singing Wheel, Wheel. And Amy Grant says, "The Lord has a will, and I have a need to follow that will, to humbly be still, to rest in it, nest in it, fully be blessed in it, following my Father's will." And I was like resting and nesting, and I was envisioned laying inside a tire, laying inside a wheel, because God was a wheel that I was laying inside. But you know what? A crown looks like a wheel. And this was like a wheel. But yeah, it's just something that is a program that was inside your mom and inside my grandmother. And it's a program. And it's something that will always block us if we don't awaken out of that program. You're welcome. Well, you guys, thank you for your support and for all the joy that I have experienced with you here today. If you would like a reading, go to forestfairy.com. There is a short wait time. There are 3 options for you. $30, we go live for 30 minutes. And the live will be recorded on YouTube, but I don't do anything extra. $50, I do my research and I give you a video that is researched. Then the $100 is you get an original piece of art, plus I give you 2 readings, and then you get an additional video where I do research, and the live video is recorded to YouTube. It's a lot of my time. So $100 seems like a lot, but it's actually like, it can be a good amount of my day to do all that. So it's like 6 or 8 hours of my time. Is it time? Okay. All right, babies. Well, thank you for being here. We will see you guys again tomorrow. I have a reading tomorrow. If you want to take your chance on getting a free reading tomorrow, then stick around. We don't know what Spirit is going to say, but I love doing these readings, and I hope you guys hear the voice of your will and of the will of God and Spirit within you. Please follow me on Mary Moses Art on YouTube if you would like to see this video and its entirety. You can also follow me on SoundCloud, Mary Moses. I often write songs for you guys when I do your readings sometimes. And yeah, I've written many videos, or I've uploaded many videos about becoming the Oracle. So make sure to watch those, the Mad Hatter or the Ancient One. I like to use those as my face sometimes. And they tell you a little bit about becoming the oracle and how to stay in 0 point energy so you can use your will, not, and your sacral energy, and not the energy of the world or the World Wide Web. All right. Big kisses, big hugs. Go eat something healthy. I love you, and we'll talk to you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.